Hey everybody, I'm Serena with Key 360 Media, and we are talking live today about what should be on your 2018 bucket list in Arizona. Sedona Rouge Spa, which is wonderful, and Odyssey in the desert, as well as great things to do in the state of Arizona, and your weekend reminder. So don't go anywhere. Hearing, I was hearing something off in there. I was hearing something off during the event. Okay. Are you gonna cue me? Hey everyone, I'm Serena with Key 360 Media. We are publishers of a statewide travel guide for the state of Arizona. It is Arizona Key Travel Magazine, and we've got a ton of great stuff to talk with you about today. But I wanted to get started by telling you about some good ideas for your bucket list in 2018 that you can fulfill right here in the state of Arizona. So if you're visiting here in January and you're trying to think of exciting things to do that are maybe not resolutions, but bucket list items, number one on our list is to see the Grand Canyon. And there are so many different ways that you can see this beautiful natural wonder. But did you know you can take a hike, you can camp down there in the canyon, you can take mules down there, you can take a train ride to see the canyon, you could take a tour with a number of different companies that will either drive you up there, take you to some of the best lookout points. There's Pink Jeep tours, Arizona Scenic Tours, and then also Grand Canyon West has a very unique sky bridge. It's actually a horseshoe shaped bridge made out of glass so that you can walk on that bridge and actually see straight down below. That is exciting. So that's a cool one to do. Or you could even see the canyon by air with Sedona Air Tours. And you can leave from Sedona and then by helicopter, plane, all different kinds of tours, you can see the Grand Canyon that way. So definitely Grand Canyon should be on everyone's bucket list, I think. And there's some good ideas for you to see the Grand Canyon in 2018. Another thing that made our bucket list article number 2 was to take a rugged outdoor adventure. And we are so fortunate here in Arizona. We have great weather, even in the winter time. It's not so bitter cold. You can do a ton of wonderful things, including a Pink Jeep tour where you can see all kinds of artifacts. They have different kinds of tours. They have the Broken Arrow tour where you can see archaeological things from some of the ancient cultures that were here in Arizona. They also have, we have a lot of adventure tour companies. We also have Stellar Adventures, and they do kind of unique kinds of adventures where you can shoot, like with guns, out there in the desert. You can do stargazing out there in the desert. You can do a number of different unique kinds of rugged adventure tours, whether you drive yourself in an ATV or whether you have a guide doing it for you. Another one I wanted to mention to you was South by Southwest. If you want to go kayaking or do any of that kind of rugged canoeing and water type of sports, you can do that. You could also visit Bartlett Lake Marina, And you have a number of different options there where you can rent some of the equipment or boats and that kind of thing. Super, super fun stuff. Or if you don't want to do any of the hard work of driving a boat vehicle, you can go on a boat tour with Dolly Steamboat is one on one of the many beautiful lakes that we have here in Arizona. And you get to see a lot of different wildlife when you take one of the Dolly Steamboat tours. Another option for you is the Desert Belle. And again, you're going to be treated to a wonderful cruise with a guide kind of telling you about the nature that surrounds you. So those are just two of the ideas that we have for you as far as checking things off your bucket list in 2018. But we have 7, and we'll cover those in other shows because we are just really fortunate here in Arizona. We have so much fun and exciting things that we can do here. And next up, I want to talk to some friends of ours that just went up to Sedona, and they're going to tell us about their experience with that. But while I have you, I wanted to mention that if you type into the comment line Key, K-E-Y, we will send you a reminder every time that we go live. And for the rest of this month, starting next week, we're going to be having some cool things, including some giveaways. So you don't want to miss it. Make sure you type Key so you can get your reminder. And that is true even if you are joining us after the fact. Okay, so next up, I have with us some special guests. They are friends of mine, and we were able to give them a little gift card to go visit Sedona's Rouge Spa. They have a hotel, Sedona Rouge Spa and Hotel, and they also have a really lovely restaurant called Red's right on the premises. So I am talking with Kate and Jeff Simpson, and I want to find out about how their experience was. We actually sent them up there to go get a massage. So Kate and Jeff, are you with me?
We're with you.
Are.
Hi
Hi,
there.
Serena.
Thank you for joining me on this Thursday morning, taking a little time out from work to talk with me. It was really great to be able to give you a gift certificate and let you go up there and experience Sedona Rouge Spa and Resort. So tell me, well, first of all, you guys have had massages before, right?
We have.
Yes.
So this is not a new experience to you. You've had other massages to compare it to.
No, we love massage and have it as frequently as we can.
Awesome.
Or more than me.
Yeah. So what was the massage experience like up there at Sedona Rouge Spa?
Well, the spa itself is lovely. I mean, it is definitely a luxury type of environment. The staff was fantastic from the time that we arrived. The locker rooms have a steam room, have private showers, have a hot tub out back. They provide robes and slippers, and just again from beginning to end, it was a wonderful experience. The massage itself, we did a couples massage, and so that was just kind of fun. Although I would just say it's not necessary because you're not talking to each other. But our therapist brought us in. Didn't give a lot of direction up front. We just kind of got right into it. But the one thing that I would say with my massage therapist, a few minutes in, she just asked me how the pressure was. And I like it deep. I want it to be more of a therapeutic sports massage. And I just said, hey, go as deep as you can, and I'll tell you to back off. And she just shifted gears, which was wonderful. I really appreciated therapists that can take direction. And I ended up having just a wonderful, top-notch massage for sure.
So that is really kind of a good tip for people who maybe don't get massages as often. I really don't get massages very frequently, but to really speak up and communicate with your massage therapist and let them know what kind of massage you want, because everybody's different.
Yeah, it was
absolutely.
great. Yeah. Go ahead.
So after your massage, you also went to Red's restaurant. So tell me
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
Oh, Reds was wonderful. Didn't really know what to expect. Went in that evening, and they had just a great selection of wines. Atmosphere was great. Our waiter was just top notch. Service all around at Sedona Rouge was spectacular. And anyway, they had a special that I got, and that was the buffalo ribeye. Top notch. Yeah, loved it.
Tasty.
Nice.
I would mention, and I think it's important to mention that the lunch menu and the dinner menu are different. So we had originally, after our massage, went in and looked at their lunch menu, and I would say it was more like bar type food, burgers, sandwiches.
Yeah.
And we wanted something a little bit nicer for that evening. So we actually left and then came back, and again, we just had, the service was excellent. I think Austin was our waiter, and
Oh,
just
cool.
really,
Shout out
I
to
mean,
Austin.
just took great care of us from start to finish. And the thing that I really loved, you could see the chef working in the kitchen because they have an open kitchen. That was really a neat experience. And the fact that it was very leisurely. They did not rush our food out to us. It was intended to be just a leisurely dinner without it being a rush. And it was really nice just to kind of linger over our wine and our appetizer. And yeah, it was just fantastic.
Nice. And just the atmosphere too of being in Sedona. In your in-between time, between your massage and your dinner, did you go on a hike? Did you do some fun stuff out in Sedona?
Personally, I love Sedona.
Yeah,
just
we did. We actually
absolutely
stayed the night. We had gotten there really in the nick of time for our massage, and didn't do a ton of touring, between massage and dinner. Kind of got checked into our hotel and all that good stuff. But we did hike the next day. It was 67 degrees and sunny, and we went on the Huckabee hike. It was a little over 5 miles. It was an out and back, moderate difficulty. I mean, it was just what a day. I mean, we sat down at one point on the bluff and just marveled at where we live and how fortunate we are, and this weather that we're having. For us, it was right at the tail end. I think that was like December 30th when we were there, and it was just short sleeves and shorts for the hike, for sure.
We are so lucky, and it's just nice because you live here in the valley in Phoenix to be able to do those kinds of little staycations, those little overnights, or maybe you could make a weekend out of it. So this is really awesome. And this time around, you didn't get to stay at Sedona Rouge Resort, but maybe next time you will, because
Yes.
we are going to be giving away in the next few weeks a stay at Sedona Rouge. So you'll want to make sure that you are entering our giveaways, and we're starting with some giveaways next week. Okay. Thank you guys
I would just
so
mention
much. Oh yeah, one thing.
just the fact that we couldn't stay at Sedona Rouge because they were booked up. So you will want to make your reservations in advance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good tip. Okay, awesome. Kate and Jeff, thank you so much. I will talk to you really soon, and
Thanks
I'm
for
so
having
glad
us,
you had a
Serena.
wonderful
Thanks,
time.
Serena.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, awesome, guys. That was really cool. I encourage you to keep tuning in because, like I said, in the coming weeks, we will be doing a giveaway for Sedona Rouge, and it is a beautiful place, as you just heard. So let me move on and talk about some other things that are going on that I wanted to tell you about. All right, I wanted to tell you about Odyssey in the desert. And if you haven't been out there, now might be a good time to go. I know a lot of people are still on break from school, so you have a little bit of time for the remainder of this week and this weekend. So maybe you might want to check out Odyssey in the desert. They are still doing their holiday evenings. And so what they do for their holiday evenings is if you go from 5 to 8 p.m. now through January 6th, which is this Saturday, the general admission to the aquarium is just $25, and you get $5 back in Odyssey cash, which you can then spend on different things. So it's a really good deal. And they're also doing their Chill Fest through the 6th as well, where they have an ice skating rink set up outside, and they have a fire pit where you can purchase materials for s'mores. It's just kind of a fun thing. And they're also on the 6th, I believe, doing snowfall, which is, I'm always a big fan of seeing the snowfall. So that's kind of a fun thing. They're also doing Sea Trek Santa, which is where Santa puts on a helmet and gets into the tank with the sea life. And you as a visitor can do that as well. You can actually take a Sea Trek, you can do a Sea Trek diving experience. I really want to learn more about that. So hopefully we'll be able to maybe go out there to Odyssey sometime in the future and show you more about that. And then the other thing they're doing over there is part of that Odyssey in the desert. They have Butterfly Wonderland, and they are doing some events over there with painting among the butterflies. That sounds really sweet. Okay, now let me get to some things that are happening across the state of Arizona. I like to pick just a couple of things to mention to you, but remember, we do have everything covered in our magazine. We have a whole comprehensive event listing. And in addition to that, you can check out our website, www.arizonakey.com, for more information on stuff. Okay, so let me tell you about some things that are going on in the state of Arizona. Out in Chandler, they have the Zoppe Family Circus. It's going on right now. And why I picked this one, two reasons. Number one is that movie, The Greatest Show, is out right now. I've heard great things about it, although I haven't seen it yet. It's the musical with Hugh Jackman. But this kind of is a real life Italian family circus, and they have had the circus in the family for multiple generations since 1842, and they put up a tent, and it's a very intimate 500-seat round style family circus, and the whole family is involved, and they have acrobatics and juggling and just really kind of cool family circus style things. I just find that fascinating. So you might want to check that out. That's in Chandler. Another one you might want to check out is up in Prescott. They're having Saturday Night Fever, which is a tribute to the Bee Gees. So they're gonna do songs like Night Fever, Jive Talkin', How Deep Is Your Love, all of the favorites. And that is going on January 6th at the Elks Theater in Prescott. So check that one out if you're a Bee Gees fan. Down in Tucson. Actually, in Tucson, for most of the winter months, January and February, they have a whole bunch of different mineral and gem shows that come in, and people come in from all over the world to see some of these things. But I did want to tell you that at the Flandreau Science Center and Planetarium, they have the Modern Gem and Jewelry exhibit. So that is something that you'll want to see while they have that in town in Tucson. So look that one up if that is of interest to you. But like I said, they'll have a lot of gems and minerals, like different conventions and marketplaces and things that happen down in Tucson. So if that's of interest to you, check that one out. Okay, now for my weekend reminder, I wanted to just let you know that there is still time to see some holiday lights and get into that holiday spirit if you happen to miss it these last few weeks. So out at the Phoenix Zoo, Zoo Lights Let It Glow light display goes on through January 14th, so you're not too late for that one. Glendale Glitters, their lights are up through January 6th, so you can still catch that. And Polar Express up in northern Arizona, that goes on through January 6th as well. And one more that I wanted to tell you about was the Reardon Mansion. That's High Country Holidays. And what they do is they've decorated the mansion very festively, sort of in a Dickensian theme, a little bit of a turn of the century style with the wreaths and the garlands and that kind of old-fashioned tree trimming. So if that is something that you might like to see, you still have a chance to see that, and that is through January 7th. And you can check out Arizona's azstateparks.gov if you want more information on that. So that's what I have for you for this week's show. We are here live every Thursday at 11. And like I said, next week we are going to be giving away tickets to the Arizona Renaissance Festival. We have a bunch of tickets to give away. So if you watch this show live and you comment, you will be able to get some tickets, and I'm going to tell you how to enter all of our giveaways. So make sure you type KEY, K-E-Y, in the comments today if you're watching it live or after the fact, and we will send you a reminder when we are going live. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope to see you next time.